On.
Well, hey, how's it going? All right, let's do it. Welcome back to SourceFed.
Oh,
no!
Did you mean to do that?
Maybe a little. No.
Hi guys, welcome to Geek Bomb.
Hi.
We're doing things a little bit differently for this week's Geekly recap. Usually I'll have a chat about the big stories of the week, and we'll throw to someone else in the Bomb Squad. But we've got an honorary Bomb Squad member right here today, Fimo.
Hi, hey.
Hi. Welcome to my makeshift studio.
No, I love it. You gave me ice water earlier, and I thought that was very fancy.
Sugar.
But no, not sugar water. You know, you are attractive. I don't know what people say. Why they say that you remind them of the alien from Men in Black.
Well,
Maybe it's because you always do the impression.
yes, I really like it. It's so much easier for me to be ugly than it is for me to look like. No, you see here how my face looks like it's melting. Ready?
D'Onofrio.
That's what, yeah.
D'Onofrio.
So every time I'm violently sick because I've drunk too much, I'm just D'Onofrioing.
God.
Do you need some water? Just anyway, so we're going to tell you about the biggest news stories that have happened throughout the week, all the nerdy goodness that you may have missed, and we're going to weigh in on it. Ready for the first one? Over the weekend, we got news Beyonce is being approached to play Nullah in The Lion King. Obviously, this is a live action one, but no real lions are going to be in it.
They're going to look real, though.
Yes.
And that's the big confusion. People are like, well, it's not live action. The entire thing will be CGI.
Yeah,
So it's not really live action, but it'll look that way because it's Jon Favreau
Yes.
doing the exact same thing he did for Jungle Book.
But Jungle Book had a person in it.
Exactly. So Jungle Book was live action.
Yes.
Is Lion King live action?
That's a blurry line.
Action.
I'll let you have that one. So she hasn't been confirmed yet, but she's not obviously shying away from acting roles. She was in Gold.
Dreamgirls. Gold? You remember? Wow, you're about to age us.
Foxy Cleopatra, and I'm a whole lot of woman.
And I'm telling you, I'm not going. I'm 1,000% down for Beyonce because she is royalty. That's just a fact.
Queen bee.
Right? And she is going to be Simba's wife. Simba is the prince. He's supposed to take over for his dad.
Makes sense.
Right?
Legion news.
So, okay, I'm obsessed with Legion. The Legion news is a spoiler. So, do you do spoiler warnings?
I haven't seen Legion yet.
I was about to give spoiler warnings to your audience. You can't not hear the spoiler if I'm in the same room with it.
I'm actually alright with spoilers.
You know what? That's it. The fact that character is the character that's been the villain the whole time, that's the main spoiler. We're not going to talk about it too much. So Noah Hawley's the creator of the show, and he's brilliant. God, he's approaching the show from a psychological perspective. So the way the whole writing team has been structuring the series is around someone having a schizophrenic break.
That's fascinating.
It's amazing. And what they did is instead of thinking like, well, what do the characters traditionally look like? If you know the character, you know he has a look. He looks like Mojo kind of. And it's like, why does he look like that? Because the creator chose to model him after, this is kind of sad actually, the people in My 600-Pound Life.
Wow.
That real life show, and he's like, when you watch that, it disturbs you on a level that is ingrained in like you mentally.
A little bit.
Well, and you just feel like there's something wrong with that, and I don't mean being overweight, but these people are in an unhealthy place, and the entire show is designed that way. So
I feel like, if I may, to try and smooth this over, 600 pounds is a lot, and you almost start losing control. That's
it's
the
about
psychological.
like excess.
Yeah, like not being able to be quick and nimble. It's a control thing. So when you lose control, I think that's where it can be quite frightening.
Also, I think the character in this show, not necessarily in the comics, is a parasite, a literal parasite on his mind. And so because he exists in the psychic energy of his mind, he's feeding off of it. It's almost like if you've ever seen like a tick or a flea get like swollen with too much blood. That's what he's just full of this psychic energy, and he's all bloated, right?
Yeah.
And it's so gross, but so appropriate. The comics, the Uncanny X-Men, the word uncanny has to do with these things that just like aren't right. Something they sample on the show. Uncanny things are just like disturbing on this level of just what you understand reality should look like. So the whole show is just a huge mindfuck, and I want Maude to watch it so much.
Out of 10, what do you give it?
A mindfuck.
Wow.
10 mindfucks out of 10.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's so good. It's honestly, it's the best superhero show on TV right now.
There's so many.
And it's the best one.
Does it feel superhero-y, or does it feel
Nope.
like... That's cool.
It feels like if the X-Files took one story and wrote it for a season.
On Monday's news, we were treated with the final trailer for King Arthur. Now, this isn't your traditional King Arthur. This isn't Sword in the Stone with, the lovely sing-alongs that you love so much. This is Guy Ritchie's version. And you can tell he's got such a unique way that he shoots that you can tell a Guy Ritchie film. Yay? Nay?
6 mind blowns.
Okay. I actually really like that.
I think it looks like a lot of fun. And I'm of 2 brains and 2 minds. Mm-hmm. I have it's got to be a perfect film and I'm a snob about it. And I have I'll watch every garbage horror movie, every garbage action movie. Yeah. The John Wick films, even though they actually are doing some smart stuff in them. Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
I feel like we were talking about A Knight's Tale because it kind of reminded us of that. It's like the older brother in his naughty phase of The Knight's Tale. A Knight's Tale was a little bit palatable.
So this is what day's news, Ron?
Tuesday.
We're on Tuesday's news. We are on Tuesday. I'm sorry, I just watched this clip from Teen Titans. It's pretty close. It's pretty close to Tuesday's news. So this movie, it's part of the WB animated universe, which I think is killing it. I love pretty much all of these movies, and they're all very adult.
Yeah.
Nudes. Tara Markov is a girl who has power over Earth and Stone. She is also more than she seems. Is the newest Teen Titan an ally or a threat? And what are the mercenary Deathstroke's plans for the Titans?
So they're introducing a new character by giving her own movie, really.
It's called the Judas Contract. She's gonna help them in their battle against Slade.
Why are they so old now? I mean, I'm loving the fact that Robin is now Nightwing, and I'm like, yes.
So Nightwing is maybe my second favorite DC character. I'm very excited for it because Deathstroke was originally a character for the Teen Titans, and it didn't make any sense because he's this assassin who's this amazing murderer, and they're like, we're kids, and he's
you're
decapitated.
Dead.
But now they've aged them up where it does feel like an appropriate character.
Yes. So this is the thing. This has been around for how long now? I think I remember
70 years.
No, that's not true because that's dating me.
I love that they're doing this movie because I think they can go. In general, I love every choice the WB animated movie universe is making. They're making every story not only pretty much comic book accurate, but more engaging than the live action films are. The Flashpoint movie they did you happen to see that?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's better than the comic book telling of it.
Wow. Glad you asked about Wednesday. Ask about Wednesday.
What is Wednesday?
Yes, well, Ghost in the Shell, we had a review up on geekbomb.net. Mickey really took her gloves off for this one and just spoke about some of the themes that everyone's talking about. She delivered a truth bomb for that one. You've been hearing some negative reviews, so have I.
Yeah. I'm
actually still interested and keen to watch this movie.
Me too.
Yeah.
I really like the animated movie. It's an instance where I was being very quiet about this anywhere else I spoke about it, but now that it's out, it's too late. I didn't want a perfect adaptation. It gets the animated movie has a really great story in it, and then it gets a little lost in the conversations that they start to have that are trying to be a metaphor, but it's metaphor upon metaphor, and you're just what are you?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. And so a lot of people love that about it. To me, it's a good enough story as is that I wanted to see a kind of more mainstream, cleaner version of it. I haven't watched it yet though. So if the issue is not about the changes, but about something else, maybe it is bad.
I've heard it's beautiful to look at.
The trailers were amazing. Yeah. And at that, they did a really good job. Even from the trailers, you can see line up great with the animated movie.
Yeah.
We got to address the whitewashing.
Yep.
Asian people responding to the whitewashing issues of Ghost in the Shell. They asked them this movie's coming out. Can you understand why there's a uproar about it in America? And these people that are hearing this story for the first time but are very familiar with Ghost in the Shell, they're like, is there something about Scarlett Johansson? They're like, yes. And they're like, she's not a famous enough star? And they're like, no.
So America's got a bigger problem with whitewashing than anywhere else.
Yeah, and no one would come up with the idea, is it because she's not Asian?
Wow.
And to them, which was honestly kind of to me, especially when I was a kid, it's anime characters don't exactly look Asian.
Got it.
They kind of look like their own thing. And if anything, Scarlett Johansson almost looks like an anime character.
Yeah.
I do have lots of issues with minorities needing to be represented better. As one, I feel I need to be represented better. But I don't love people making uproars about one way or another.
They're
I just like
getting
good
offended
movies.
on behalf of something that doesn't actually affect them terribly. I'm Australian, and I've definitely noticed that Americans want to be more offended about everything as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been a big adjustment for me moving here. I was like, I'm just joking.
Yeah, and the string of hate words you say every time you enter the phone.
Well, I meant it. You
yeah. She called me a D'Onofrio.
Bitch.
God.
It was just a joke.
It's only a hate word for like 6 people. For that family.
Yeah. I don't know.
But speaking of Mr. D'Onofrio,
Yeah.
because I'm a big fan of his, because he's in the Marvel Universe.
Nice. Love it. Defenders.
Transition. We had a little teasy, nice little nugget trying to get us even more excited for the Defenders.
Yes.
Yeah. They launched a
Fake
website.
news.
It was fake news, yeah. They launched a real website for the fake newspaper, the
New York Bulletin.
And it just has some fun headlines. There's a link in the description. You can check it out. We don't need to talk about that so much. It's more, how excited are you for the Defenders?
I'm excited that this is happening now, but what I've realized is that even though Marvel do very good TV shows, I'm all about it. I actually haven't finished one yet.
Really?
I've got a couple of episodes of Daredevil to go. I've got about 4 of Jessica Jones. I'm halfway through Luke Cage. I didn't even start Iron Fist.
I'm on my phone because I want to show you a picture that drives me insane. I know someone who is dating one of the main cast members, not one of the titular cast members, but a major cast member in one of the shows. This is him just hanging out with all of the Defenders.
Iron Fist is posing like this. Can we just look at that? Thank you. There it is.
This is a guy that I know, and he gets to hang out with the Defenders. Why?
Which one has been your favorite out of all the Marvel TV heroes?
Daredevil in general. My favorite maybe story was Jessica Jones.
I preferred Jessica Jones' story as well. That just this like attitude that she had throughout it, I was a little bit over by the end.
Yeah. But
her jeans didn't fit at all, and it's like, stop focusing on her ass so much. If you're gonna put her in mum jeans.
I like that she's kind of annoying. Like, she's not a great person, and so she was really paired up with people that could be better than her. But really, it's Kilgrave. Kilgrave is what makes it.
Oh, fantastic. David Tennant. Yeah.
So that is by far the best
villain.
villain.
Isn't he frightening? Season 3, episode 1 premiered of Izombie.
Now, it's a hard eye. It's not Izombie.
Izombie. I know, the name actually doesn't really make sense. For the last 2 seasons, we've had a very cut copy kind of formulaic show, which is a crime-solving show. Eat the brain, understand what the victim went through, find the killer. But not anymore. That's all I'm going to say.
Ooh, so it goes from a procedural to, I'm hoping, maybe episode continuity.
They're going to shake shit up, is all.
I love that.
Thursday.
They're remaking the Blob. It kind of looks like the character from Legion. 1,000 times bigger.
Blob, also
Related
that thing that went blah and would swallow
Yes.
things. Right, okay.
It kind of is like the river of slime in Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Kind of like that.
Absorbs everything.
I think they should remake all of these B movies from the 80s.
Oh, like The Fly?
The Fly is almost too good for it. But yeah, even honestly, I'm not precious about a lot of horror movies.
Gremlins? Warner Brothers owns that. It's a matter of time.
Gremlins is maybe one of the only ones that maybe they shouldn't. I don't know. I like remakes about things that are, they were just fun to watch as a kid. Real quick, also on Thursday, Tom Holland. Did you see what happened with his Spider-Man? He wants to go up against Venom.
I want him to go up against Venom.
Everyone wants him to go up against Venom. You know what the problem is?
They fucked Venom up so hard casting Topher Grace
previously,
in it.
Yeah. They also, the MCU does not have rights to Venom.
Why not?
Because they only got Spider-Man in the deal. So they technically can't currently use Venom.
Who owns Venom?
Sony, I think. And it might not even be
Sony, let it go. You tried. It didn't work. Pass the baton. Get the Venom over. What is that?
Send that to Sony, please.
So Friday.
What happened? Oh, Ridley Scott. Okay, this wasn't exactly news because like diehard Alien fans already knew this, but there was an alternate ending to Alien. So Ripley, Ellen Ripley, lead character, played by
Sigourney Weaver.
Thank you.
Originally written as a male character, decided to cast her. Great move, which is why
kept
she's
the
such
haircut.
which is why she's such a great character.
Yeah, she is
not
because she's just written as a good character. Yeah,
yeah, she's written as a good character, not as a woman.
So the end of that movie has one of the most famous endings of all movies. Exactly.
You bitch!
Yeah, she whispers, "Get away from her, you bitch!" So the original ending, instead of her beating up the xenomorph queen,
yes,
it rips her head off.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Devastated. They couldn't have had an Alien 2, 3, 4, 7, 12, 26,
Well, it didn't stop
48.
them bringing back Ripley times that she was dead anyway in other sequels. But the reason they brought her back is the executives were like, no, you need the final girl. As those 80s movies always had, the final girl that makes it all the way through. I would have been not okay with that ending because we would have lost Ripley.
Completely agree.
One of the best characters in cinema.
Best characters. And it would have been like, you would have just been like, oh, I want my money back. You
Oh,
didn't have your yay moment.
Have you seen Get Out yet?
No.
Oh, we gotta go.
But
I'll
isn't
watch
it
it
too
again.
scary?
No. It's not that scary. But it has an ending that feels like the same thing could have happened, where it's like, wait, I bet there was originally a different ending. I looked it up, there was. We're gonna go watch Get Out right now.
Get Out.
Theaters. Okay.
Get out. So there you have it, Geekly Recap. We do this every single week. Big shout out to Fimo, who has decided to join in for this one. Fimo, where can everyone find you? What are you up to?
YouTube.com/Filup Molina. I'm gonna put some stuff up there very interesting to people that have been asking me about like the kind of stuff. I think you guys are gonna be excited. Hoping that she could maybe show up sometime.
Super excited that you're on this week's Geekly Recap.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be doing it all over again. Who knows how that'll go down? Yeah.
Who's gonna sit in this chair?
Don't know, probably no one. Don't know.
Dinafria!
Wait.